All right. Hey, we're back. A little distracted by lore discussions because those are always fun. I love talking lore discussions. Anyway, so once you're done with the bear, Christopher will kind of come over to you and be like, "The two of you did quite well. I'm impressed. We didn't have to step in to assist you at all. Good work."
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm clearly a little bit frustrated with myself. Just like, not used to hunting with others.
I've never hunted before. This is really fun.
We'll have to get you to be a regular.
Oh. If I get more cloaks like these, I'm in.
Anyway, let's head back. We got probably other business to do, and the sun will be coming up. We don't want to get back before dawn.
Yeah.
So,
You should watch out, because dawn comes at the end of every night.
how have you been enjoying? How have you been enjoying Portland?
Yeah. It's a little... Everyone seems to know everyone, and that scares me a little. Not used to that in the city.
It's less that people know everything, and more that rumors spread quickly. If something major or interesting happens, people will talk about it. It can be hard to stay off radars then, but there are ways to do so.
Oh, yeah?
I have retainers in my family. I'm very old in this area, but a lot of the people that work after me are mortals that were descended from me. A number of them become some of the ghouls that look after me. Might even get some embracing, if they've proved themselves. But this way, if I need to have a public appearance during the day, I have a couple of descendants that look surprisingly close to me with a little bit of makeup.
It's impressive.
Keep things good. Quiet around the area, too. You need to come up with smart ideas about this. These folks here that are with us, technically speaking, I guess, if you'd say genetically, they'd all be related to me. Yeah. It took quite a while to get rid of the accent, but I actually came into this area in the 1600s. It was right around the time that Virginia was settled, before anybody major came into Massachusetts, when those funny-hatted people came in. I wandered up north on a small ship of my own from Virginia. As he actually will slip into like a British accent for a little bit, and then he'll come back, kind of giving a snicker.
Actually, fun fact, studies have shown that Britain's the one who's changed their accent more.
Well, you know, like
Britons would have sounded more like Americans do.
Somewhere in between Old Britain and us, I don't know. It's like something weird. Like it's still an accent.
Like, there's a lot of weird stuff, but they say accent-wise, it was a little bit more like standard American. Not the weird Americans, but just standard Americans.
So it's a little bit of an accent, but it's a different accent than you'd expect from you old English kind of thing.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know random facts.
Had a family. When I got to be my age now, a lot more of the colonies had been settled by then. There were small places popping up all across the coastline. Because he looks like he was in like his 60s when he was embraced, basically.
Yeah.
So, since then, I've been kept well by family. You keep family close. You're my... He's going to point to the one that's driving. I'm your great-great-grandson. Sire. Yes. And my right hand. He's going to shake his head, the one that's driving.
They're so done with this all of the time.
it's
Yeah. So, yeah.
Anyway, he'll head back to the lodge. You got like a couple hours.
As we're driving, though,
before
but as we're driving, I'll be like, so how common are Nosferatu around here?
Not very. We do have a couple that live in town. There's one of the old graveyards. Pretty old one. It's got some. I'm like leaning back as if I would be in the truck, leaning back towards you.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, they live in the old graveyard. I think one of the there's an old crypt there from about like 50 years after I came into the area, when the first settlement in Portland came in.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, just seemed like a small town. Wasn't sure if you'd get some of those that fit in.
Portland feels like a small town, but it's a lot bigger than you'd think, and it's got some age to it too. You know?
Yeah.
1600s when the first folks came into the area, just like myself. Wasn't until the 1700s that this place became actually a pretty decent place. British burned a lot of the area down back in the Revolutionary War. I remember that. Anyway. A lot of things going around in Maine back in those days. Yeah.
Let's see.
But, yeah, there's an old crypt. Dates back pretty long ago. They hang around there if you want to talk to, if you need to get in some information. I don't think they're connected to the major Nosferatu network.
Interesting.
They keep themselves a little separated out. I don't know much about what they do. Check in with me once every few years. Skip themselves mainly.
I see.
Apparently there's plenty of rats in the sewers, even around here.
Yeah.
You looking for a Nosferatu?
Yeah, we heard one might have come up this way, and we're trying to find him, so...
Which one?
Frederico.
Yeah, Frederico.
Or Frederico.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're looking for a DePaudu.
Frederico.
Yeah.
DePaudu. Yeah, he did come up this way. He stopped by in the city to say hi, to give some, his word to me, let me know that he was in the area. That was about, a couple years ago now. I don't think he's been back. Apparently, was going to go through some training, last I heard. Yeah, if you're looking for him, it's going to be a little difficult. But yeah, I'd start with those Nosferatu. They probably can know something about him. If he's kept in contact with anybody around here, it would have been them.
Yeah. Thanks for the info, and
Sure.
thanks for the trip. It was fun.
It was great. Next time you're in the area, definitely stop by again. Or if you want to move up this way, we're always looking for some new blood.
I'm considering it, I say as I'm petting my bear cloak.
It still probably needs some work to be like a
Oh
really
yeah,
good
no,
cloak.
it's like
It
we
literally just looks like
cut,
it's just a thing tossed on me.
well, yeah, we cut the hide off, but it still needs to be scraped and tanned and
I don't care.
it's probably a little bit bloody and grimy.
I mean, I got a little messy guy in it. I'm just chilling in it at this point.
And you'll make it back to meet up with Nathan. With Bear Cloak.
Oh,
I wrestled a bear.
very nice.
I just go, if you're curious, here's the video.
You look a little roughed up, Dawn. Was the bear tough?
No. No, don't.
I give a glance like, what? Just like,
Donna's just laughing at you.
That damage looks pretty... Why are you laughing at Emil?
You'll see. I've never hunted
yeah, I'm
before.
like showing you the video. It's just like,
Ah! I see. I see.
It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
You should come next time. You can watch.
I do occasionally like to watch.
I know.
Speaking of,
Yes.
it sounds like Mr. Cromwell passed your message along to his wife.
Maybe I should get her a bag cloak.
Yeah, he did say the two of them will be attending the event. Let him know the full details. He's arranged for a number of folks. He reached out to some people that he knew might have some things also for the auction. And he mentioned that the fact it's some people that he knows might know something and might be willing to help you out.
Huh. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so, if the opportunity arises for watching...
I'll discuss it if that happens.
Sure. No problem. I really enjoy this new century, where everyone's so open about things.
Bet you love the internet.
In fact, I believe there's a song about what the internet is for. It's from a musical. With puppets.
With puppets.
Ask Emil, he'll show you.
Emil.
It's like I've already got the video queued up.
Feud. Okay.
So, what's the plan right now?
Dry
I
out
mean,
there
I guess.
a little.
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Cromwell give me names to follow up with, because I could do that.
No. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, like, by the way, we got some information about Nosferatu in the area.
Oh.
If Frederico talked to anyone, he'd talk to them.
Excellent.
I feel like you should talk to them. I'm not good with Nosferatu.
If I recall correctly, it was you who spoke to, what was his name? Knife? Stabs? Mr. Stab? What was it?
Stab.
Just a minute, I'm racking my brain. And by that I mean looking. Victoria.
So, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you just, do you want to meet with
Fangs!
Fangs.
Fangs.
Fangs!
Yeah, Fangs.
Yeah. Dawn, that was you who spoke to Fangs.
Yep.
Yeah, but look how well everything I do turns out.
Uh-huh.
I look at the bear.
Fangs, who's got his nickname a lot.
Oh.
He was quite a nice man.
I have no doubt. So yes, you've done a wonderful job with the Nosferatu so far. I would be happy to come along. I think I can take a little bit of time off. Things seem to be going reasonably well.
Can we afford it? Or like, you know.
Well, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, you head to the grave area. Well, I guess you'll do it the next night, because it's, like, near dawn at this point.
Yeah,
in time.
probably.
You can head down there. It's a nice little. It's a kind of old graveyard. Probably dates back to 17, 1600s. Got a lot of old graves in there. A lot of history to it from the area. Seems kind of quiet. What's your plan?
Do you not see anyone?
Do I smell anyone?
Sure. Give me perception, alertness. Did I get it right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I had to think for a second.
And difficulty and mine are reduced by 2 because of my advanced sense smell.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. What would the difficulty be for those of us who do not have advanced smell?
6.
Okay.
That means mine's 4.
Mm-hmm.
Dang!
Finally! Well, I you know all those ones I was getting? Here's what they went. Here's what they went.
Yeah, you managed to definitely send out a message, one that folks will understand. You kind of smell around and you get an area where the person should be at. You think that it smells like something smells funny over here,
Mm-hmm. It smells more like sewer than graveyard.
Yes. You effectively do manage to kind of like, what are you doing? It's a like old crypt. There's a few crypts here. This one, it's kind of got like metal bars in the way. Looks like it does have some kind of locking mechanism to it. You do not know if it is locked.
Well, first I try to see if it's locked.
It is not, actually.
Mr. Politics, should we knock or what?
Let's see. What would etiquette say? Or rather, what should I roll for etiquette? Wits and etiquette? Intelligence and etiquette?
Up to you.
Okay. Well.
We'll say wits etiquette. I'd actually say it's a pretty good one to know how to approach a Nosferatu.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you have an idea of how to approach this. You should probably kind of the way you should move in. You can kind of do so very simply.
I come in, pull out my cell phone, and hold the power button to turn it off.
Yep.
Put it back in the pocket.
I follow suit.
Yep. You'll kind of enter into the area, and after a little while, you'll kind of look around, not find anything, and you'll hear a voice be like, "What brings you here?"
We're here for information, hopefully.
Information. What do you think? I think they can't be trusted. Just wandering into someone else's place. Visitors, you were at least polite and didn't break down anything.
No, we left the gentleman who breaks down back in New York.
So what kind of information are you looking for?
Well, we've been looking for information on a certain... Crap, I need to look it up again. Hold on.
Rico?
Where is it? What kind of vampire is Francisco?
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu.
He is Nosferatu, yeah.
No. Federico is Nosferatu.
Oh, yeah. Francisco
Francisco is the guy we're hunting.
La Sombra.
Ah. We've been looking for a certain La Sombra that one of your compatriots might be interested in finding.
That's why I was getting confused, because it was a Francisco and a Frederico.
They are very similar names I've seen, definitely. That's an interesting one. Why would you want to be looking for someone so dangerous, then?
Well, I'd heard rumors that someone so dangerous was interested in committing danger on this particular La Sombra we're looking for. And we might even have information on where he might be.
So you're trying to help out a friend of ours, is that it?
Well, yes, and I also wish a bit of danger to be inflicted upon this particular La Sombra.
Why should we really help you?
Well, a gentleman by the name of, by the moniker of Fangs sent us up here to find him.
That man has no right sending anybody up this way. But I can't blame you for listening to him. Tell you what. Let's see what you got that's very interesting. Do you have any other kind of information that you'd be willing to trade?
Let's... Do you have any interest in abominations?
Depends on what you're saying about them.
I'm sure that you've heard of the one that was released somewhere in, was it?
Kyrgyzstan?
Kyrgyzstan.
There were rumors of something happening strange in Kyrgyzstan some months ago. An abomination was behind it, you say?
But abomination was it?
Interesting. That's pretty dangerous if one of them's loose. Not for many of our kin trying to turn some of them changing breeds into something like us. Not for lack of attempting, but for success, and for something that doesn't try to kill itself right away. Must mean some kind of twisted soul. Insane? Or might have been a bad guy to begin with. Or gal.
Be interested in more information about this abomination?
Perhaps. What do you got?
What do you have on the person we're looking for?
Depends on who you're looking for. There's a few that are up this way. People and places that they want to keep to themselves. A lot of other little small towns and cities. Plenty of places to find a nice little sewer with some fresh rats, and maybe a few degenerates to feed on. We can't all be big city Nosferatu now, can we?
Fair enough. So you're looking for more specifics on who I'm looking for?
Name would be good. Not that I don't have an idea what you're talking about.
Sure. Mr. Di Padua. Di Pado?
He's looking for Fred. He wouldn't like it if we call him Fred. Doesn't matter. He isn't around here to complain.
Well, not being here isn't very helpful information.
Not that you couldn't find him. We can point you in the right direction. Shouldn't be too difficult. No one's crazy enough to try to attack that guy. At least not with a small army. And, you seem to be the good graces of our noble and higher prince. Which means you are probably not awful folks. The kind of folks that, are fine to point in that direction. You're probably not bringing an army.
Definitely not.
It does spread fast around here.
Though honestly, having an army would probably be very useful. I should look into that. Not for Fred. Although I suppose in some ways Fred might be worth an army.
She's gonna try and chuckle and be like, "So, what do you know about this abomination? And we can give you where good old Freddy boy is hanging out."
Well, the first thing we can give you is a name.
Please
His name is Victor. And we can even tell you where he was kept.
You have a last name? Or maybe a clan?
I don't remember, do we?
You did have a last name and you do have a clan.
Then can I write it down?
I may have mentioned it like once and it didn't get written down. I don't know if you... it's Victor Stotnik. Stotnik.
Okay.
And he is a ravenous abomination.
Okay. Then...
Those gypsies created something like that. Must have used an illusion to trick it. Trick it into keeping itself alive. Maybe. Alright, we can tell you where to find him. You can tell him that Drake and Matilda said that you were all right.
Drake and Matilda?
Yeah, he'll know who we're talking about. He's up in Arcadia. There's some state parks near to the edge of Arcadia, the national park. He's got a cabin deep in the woods there. Kind of a shit show, kind of place that's probably looks abandoned, but I hear tell he's got some places underneath it where he hangs out. Don't know for sure though, and rumor's a rumor.
Sure. Out of character, Nosferatu are usually pretty... Oh no, they're the ones that sell information to anybody, but it's too dangerous to offend them so they don't get kicked out of the Camarilla, correct?
Kind of like that. They're information brokers mainly, but the other thing is they are very good at being stealthy. They focus themselves on obfuscate more than any clan. Like Federico takes that to an extreme as he uses his obfuscate to basically murder people.
I mean, kind of done
that. He's got a very powerful obfuscate, and he follows that up with basically sudden strikes that he's known to be incredibly strong, like stronger than you, Dawn, kind of strong.
Excuse me?
Oh yeah.
Dang.
It's not okay.
Let me put it this way. If he shanks you, he will roll at least 14 dice.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So don't piss him off.
And you will not know that he will shank you because of Obfuscate. That is pretty high.
14 dice to damage sounds like some of my friends' builds.
Jesus.
I have some very min-maxy. I have some very Munchkin friends who, like, they tend not to build this way for actual games, but he likes to build just for fun, and he can get up to like 15 dice for things.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to examine Drake. Drake is male, presumably?
You don't see either of them.
Oh.
You just hear the voices.
Oh.
Like we said, obfuscate.
Yes. Do you think that mentioning your names will be sufficient for our safety?
If you stick with Fang's name, too, you should be able to do something. And I wouldn't bring any weapons if I were you.
That makes a great deal of sense.
Just name dropping probably won't be enough. But you could probably convince him. Good luck.
I have one more question.
Fine.
I dabble a bit in stealth myself. Would either of you be willing to appear so that I could show him that I've met?
What do you think? I mean, I don't mind gentlemen such as yourself looking on my pretty face. Kind of stepping out of the shadows will be a woman that is horrific. Like, it looks as though her face is squeezed into kind of where her nose is. So she kind of, like, when she opens her mouth, it's kind of like, it almost looks like it's tearing away at that entire area to, like, reveal, like, the fangs and teeth then, which are very pronounced. It looks as though there's, like, spots like that over across her skin. You can see it on her arms and stuff, where it kind of, like, almost is like the flesh is drawn to a point.
All right. Well, I am getting a good look at the subject. So that I can put on the mask.
Yes.
With some amount of ease.
Now, honey, don't get too excited about me. You're quite a promiscuous one, hang out in town. I thought to myself, maybe I should introduce myself anyway. We could have a good night together. As she speaks, it is really disturbing the way that kind of, like, stretches her mouth, too. Yeah, I know, like, it's...
I try not to mix food with business.
Your loss. I still know the right ways to spend a little bit of blood.
Fair enough. Maybe I could find you someone to avail yourself of.
Don't listen to her. She's, she does things with men you do not want. She bites in places she should not bite. Shut up, you! Just the what in the background. Anyway.
My thanks.
Yeah. She'll move back into the shadows and out of sight. Oh, stream niece. Perfect.
No.
I don't even mention she was home early because she had a doctor's appointment. So, yeah.
All right.
Anyway, but as you're leaving, why don't we leave it off here? Because guess what? You'll be having a meeting with a Federico di Padau next time. And I totally have this nice sheet that I've been, like, figuring out the different people that totally could be showing up at your at your auction. At your auction. The list of people that, like, might work with you and totally hate you that are going to use this as an attempt to maybe murder you.
Oh, I'm going to be calling Mr. Saquette. personally.
Yeah.
Because that guy's a fucking asshole, and I'm going to tell everybody who I think is with me that he's an asshole.
Mm-hmm. People that are friendly that are getting on your sides, that might be able to bring something. Let's see here.
Cromwell.
Cromwell. Lars might have something. At least neat.
Get the tank.
Sebastian, the werewolf. Might be able to get some help from him. Durgasin, with the help of Phytome, might be able to bring something.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Mhm.
I learned her
Yeah.
language.
You could probably contact some gargoyles about a certain staff they still have.
Hey, guys, could maybe borrow that real quick?
We don't burn anything this time.
Actually, they like Cromwell, right?
They
Maybe
like
we bring
Cromwell.
one or two as bodyguards.
They could probably bring a couple in as bodyguards, and they probably would love selling off that thing too, as like another dick move.
Oh, that's beautiful. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Orson Holden, the Anarch Barkeep.
Oh yeah.
He might have some connections.
I
From
almost want to
London.
just go through and start watching this from the beginning, just so I know who these
Who
people
all these
are.
Yeah.
people are.
Of course, there's like a list of other people that are probably like might show up that are not great.
Well, so presumably Marie is also with us, at least as far as Victor is concerned. Victor? Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Cuthbert.
Yeah, Cuthbert. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
Mhm.
see.
There might be a couple of princes that might be willing to show up, depending on how busy they are. If that staff ends up in there, there's a certain Tremere known as Grimgroth who might show up too.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Helena might show up just because to support you guys.
Actually, Helena wants Francisco's head, so I imagine he's actually one of the people I was thinking of asking to help with setting things up.
Nefertiti will probably show up because of what you've set up. And that might also mean that her Nosferatu counterpart will be there for fun.
They just come to
yeah.
watch.
And there's a few others kind of like on the outskirts that you probably haven't thought about that might show up in some form, or a group of them might show up. There are plenty of interesting things that will be occurring at this auction and people that are coming in.
Yup.
And I'll probably have to write up I'll probably have to put together like a note in the game for like the full like guest list, and any notes about any ones you know.
Yup. Yup.
This is really going to be like a who's who of the people you've made friends with and pissed off, and people that you
Yep.
probably don't want to see again. And of course, everybody's favorite Samasa, Mark, is showing up as a representation of the Great Revolution, in case they can get something to help out the Great Revolution. Samuel's busy
Oh.
leading the revolution, so he can send Mark.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
And then Mark and Ryan can hang out again and be like, Mark, Ryan, how's it going? It's great. So, how about that Minnesota weather right now? It's been pretty cold. Yeah, I know. New York's not so great, but it's been much better. You know, it's been great on my knees. And that's exactly how the exchange will go.
And then he will shit himself.
And then they will both do so.
Yeah.
It's customary. It's custom now. You know, like they meet each other and poop.
I mean, you know, it's like dogs sniffing asses. Same kind of thing.
So
Except
there's-
everyone can smell
It's
it.
giant mutant were-roaches. That's how they
Yeah.
greet each other.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, but anyway, that's it for this week. We're gonna end up soon. I believe we are probably gonna be off next week. I think was some discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Sounded right.
we'll be back in the 2 weeks. Theoretically, we're going to try to have records next week, so we're going to continue at least for the near time of the off and on. But I'm unsure. We'll have to play 2 weeks from now by ear, because that's going to be the 24th.
Yeah, that's Christmas Eve.
Ooh,
I'm not
yeah.
going to be here.
Yeah, so it might be 3 weeks.
And then the one after is
Yeah, gosh, New Year's Eve. Ugh. Yeah, we might take
I'll be home for that.
Well, it's
I just might be drunk for that.
during the. Well, that's right. You'll probably
You know
be drunk
what?
by then.
That would probably be fun.
We're still going to
Oh,
be during the
terrible.
day New Year's Eve, so we're before the parties.
Oh no, 7 p.m. we start for me. That's right when you start drinking.
I don't do anything. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. I'd be free at 7 a.m. on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve.
Christmas
We're changing
Eve,
the
I
time.
usually don't do anything, so that's why it was like, if you guys are busy, it's fine by me. I don't know if I'd do anything, but like New Year's Eve, if I drink anything, it will literally be half a beer. I do not drink a lot.
I mean, to be fair, Records of Evil I could even do technically Christmas Day because my family doesn't wake up until,
Really late. Well, good thing it's a Wednesday.
like 10. But, yeah.
Fortunately, it's a Wednesday, and I don't have to worry about that this year. The curse of holidays. So we'll see about the 31st. So it's going to be a couple weeks off just because of holidays for Legacies, but expect us to come back. And Records, we're going to try for next week. We'll see about it. And then again, it will be the same kind of way of off as we see it fit. But anyway, yeah. So, and then I should, oh God, this schedule is going to be so busy because I'm just thinking about that, for getting the full schedule, because then, I will be good the 7th, but I might not be around for the next, because that's, okay, 17th to 19th. Okay, I got the 17th and 14th then for it, but I will probably be busy the 21st, because I will still be traveling. No, it might be the 20th. I don't know. I might be, okay, the 21st. We'll find out. Anyway, we'll work on January as we come up. We're talking like a month ahead of time, and God. Well, it's because we're a couple weeks off.
And I'm actually gonna be gone. I think 2 weeks in January.
We'll see though. Anyway, we'll talk
We'll
about
figure
it
all
off.
that out,
We'll
though.
talk about it a little off stream here and figure some stuff out. Thanks everybody who joined us today. Why don't we go around for a quick shout out of who you are, where to find you and stuff. We'll do the reverse of what we did. Start with you, Carpe. I think that's where we started. I can't remember anymore now.
Whatever.
I have no idea.
I am the Carpe DM. You can find me sometimes on Twitter, occasionally on YouTube, and most frequently right here on the Dracovin Empire.
Yep. And then we'll go to... Oh, we'll switch it up, actually. Worm. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
need, like, a dice
Diamond
to
Worm.
roll.
You can find me on twitch.tv/DiamondWorm and at DiamondWorm on Twitter. I've actually been tweeting and retweeting semi-regularly, like once every couple days I'll check out Twitter and do stuff. But as for now, it's mostly, like, as far as my Twitch goes, it's mostly Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
With Pantis for 7 days.
Yep.
That's about it right now. I got a lot of stuff planned, but I'm waiting till my schedule straightens out.
Yep. And Jess.
I am Bubblegum Viking on the whole Twitch, Twitter, YouTube thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I do movie nights, Saturday nights. I do not much else at the moment. But I want to do a pasta making stream. I've learned how to make pasta. I got a pasta maker for Christmas, and I made it like 2 days in a row. I made a vodka sauce. It was amazing.
Yummy.
Yeah, and I'm Tentus Naravan Dracovin. You can find me here most days. I've just been streaming a lot of 7 days because I've been enjoying my single player game of that. I'll probably do a little bit more. I might add some other things in. I don't think we're having our normal discussing tabletop on Saturday, so what I'm going to do is I might have a show where I talk about my end on PAX Unplugged and go over everything, because Joe can't do that day. So rather than the normal show, I might do that, like a PAX Unplugged special this Saturday I'm thinking of doing. It'll just be me, you know. Maybe I'll grab someone random to, like, ask questions of me or something, just for fun. But we'll find out. And then it should be 7 days on Friday, theoretically. Unless something comes up that Blaze is not free. That's the only thing that I think could stop it. But anyway, yeah. So, thanks for joining us. We'll see you in a couple of weeks, probably towards the end of the month. Just stick to the Discord, Twitter to see when it happens. And have yourself a great rest of your evening, folks. Bye.
Bye-bye.